Hastings. We're still the same. I hate Hastings with a passion. At first, I thought it was going to be the worst thing in the world coming from Brighton back to Hastings, but it's actually probably one of the best things I could have done. I've got loads of support here from my family and my mum. It's cool. See if you've got me a homeworks worker, they help me with my CV. If I don't have any money for dinner, they'll write it down and say, OK, well, you can just owe us it when you can. If CV wasn't there, I have no idea what I'd be up to. I'd be very hungry, like a lost puppy walking around. I've got some eggs. They sometimes put things out. I don't usually go for them, but they've given me some proper eggs. I'm scared I'd get back and like one of them might hatch. My main focus now is getting somewhere to live. Jump through every hoop they're going to put in front of me and get housed. When you get to that point where you think, I'm doing all I can, what more can I do, what more can I do? And then you sit there and think to yourself, there's nothing more I can do and give up. Don't. Every day, pester, 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 that's what I'm doing, and it's working. But once I have somewhere to live, that'll be it sorted. I can get a job, I can shower when I want, have my own privacy, get back into my music. That's all I want. That's all anyone wants and needs. Tomorrow, I've got a YMCA appointment, my second half of my assessment, to see if I'm right for shared accommodation.
Do you like Parma ham?
I'll eat anything, thank you.
Some days you can go with nothing, and then someone like that comes along. It's really nice that you do that.
Cheers.
Nice.
Cheers.
You're completely worn out by the time you go to sleep. It's either that or you're restless. And if you're restless and you don't sleep for a few nights, you crash and you pass out. So you do sleep sometimes, but it takes for you to be mentally and physically worn down. When I'm packed up and going to sleep, my sleeping bag's a navy sleeping bag, it's green. My hood's green, you can't tell my gender. It's just a lot safer. A lot of it is drunk people and people just being gropey. And if you're sleeping in one area for quite a long period of time, you get known for being in that area. And I've had stalkers before. Like, for example, I'd be sleeping here, and he'd be around the corner, and I wouldn't even notice for a while. And he's just staring at us. And then when I notice, and he notices I'm looking at him, just not say anything, staring at us, waiting for us to go to sleep. Hop up. Good boy. People will steal your shoes. It's ridiculous. There's a lot of people that are still worse off. He's doing a bit scatty all day, like. Surprisingly, he only wakes us up when I need to be woke up. The rest of the time, he's just trying to relax as well. If you want a like proper quiet night, you just go and sit in the park somewhere. There's obviously a lot more danger to that, so stay in sight of the cameras. If you're by yourself, if you're with a group of people, you're all right. Actually went down a treat.
Got a couple of quid so far. You always have to put a couple of pennies in it to weigh it down. Otherwise it will just blow away. As soon as I get a little bit of money for food, clothes, whatever I need, then I just go. I don't sit for more. I just because it's horrible having to sit here. It's embarrassing for one, and it hurts your back. You get a numb bum, and it's boring. So yeah, as soon as I can get up and go, I will. Yeah. Thank you. I've been like short of like 20p before now, and I've asked a guy, I've been like, excuse me, could you please help me with 20p? And he's like, no, I don't have 20p, but I have like £20 if you want to give me, like, they try and ask you for sexual favours. And I'm just like, what? No, it's just disgusting. It's not fair because there's young girls out here. I've woken up to someone weeing on my stuff. I've woken up to somebody going through my bags. Well, I've had drunk girls go past me and throw chips at me and stuff. I was a normal human being like a few months ago, well, I still am a normal human being, like, so treat me normally, please. But like, I was walking down the road with everything and a job and everything else, and I was the one that used to walk past a homeless person, but now I'm in this situation, and people walk past and some people give you the dirtiest looks ever. And I think you just don't know who I am, and you just don't know what I've been through and what's happened to me. And the fact that this could happen to you next week, you don't know. I didn't realise. I never even in a million years thought that this would happen to me. And it all happened so quickly as well. Like, it was like bing, bang, bosh. Mum's gone, kids gone, slack's gone. Like, all gone. It was horrible.
Hello, sweetie. Oh, I know, you're protecting your mum.
Goes down a treat in the morning when you have a cigarette and a cuppa. I guess the system failed me and I failed the system. And it's not even that I was really rebellious. It was that I needed more help with things. You get teachers that would say, yeah, oh, wait, you're going to become nothing when you're older anyway. And I don't know. He was right.
It's my chin, and you touch my legs. We're like two dogs stuck cold.
I ended up in my first squat. It used to be a lot tighter of a community. There's so many people out there on the streets and so many empty buildings. It was a tight and empowering thing to feel for us to be fighting for something that we believed in. I'd never experienced anything like it before, and I felt free. And I couldn't go back to what I was doing. I was lying to my parents saying I still had my job, and I just got in with the wrong crowd. I ended up going to a festival. I'd never really been to a proper festival before. I was dosed up with quite a lot of LSD, and that's when my mental health just dropped. Didn't know who I was for months. And one day I just wrote on a piece of paper a letter to my dad and sent it to him. And they hadn't seen us for a very long time. I was a missing person. I never kept a phone for the whole time I was living on the streets. In case I heard bad news or they're worried, but like I was very stupid to do that. Sorry, I'm having a moment here. Yeah, no, it's okay. I'm reunited with them now, more than I have been. I even have my family saying, there you are. We can see you again. You're back. And yeah, I don't know. I try and keep contact with him now a lot. Even if I am having a hard time now, I'm scared to worry them. I just want to keep them okay. They don't have to deal with it. I wouldn't put it on anyone.
I'm feeling a bit nervous about the meeting today because of how it went last time. It didn't go very well. Because he wasn't sure if I was right for shared accommodation or not. Because when I was 16, I was a shitbag. Today's the most important day out of anything I've done to try and get housed, because it's the line between whether I get in a place or whether I stay homeless. So it's going to be quite difficult. I just have to be like calm and collective no matter what he asks me. It's obviously going to be an uncomfortable position. I've got to keep positive, keep centred. I can't lose myself. Hi, Hayley.
Hi, you all right?
Yeah.
How you feeling?
Nervous but worried.
Oh, it'll be fine, it will be fine.
The YMCA is sort of my last option, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fine. And this is just the assessment, so they're going to ask you questions that are probably sensitive, and you've just got to keep your emotions under control. I'll be there with you.
All right.
It'll be fine. Hi, you all right?
Hi again.
Yeah.
Hi. Got Hayley and Seaview down as people that are supporting you. Last time we talked a little bit about anger management, and you said that it was a bit of an issue in the past.
I deal with it very differently now to how I used to.
Okay.
I talk out with him.
Okay, that's good.
That's usually the way most people would, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. What about your mental health? How are you feeling at the moment?
Overall, at the moment, I'm doing right. I've
Yeah.
got enough support with homeworks and CV.
Sounds like you've had a rough few years.
Yeah. It's not the worst life, that's what I keep telling myself, it's all right. Like, there's people out there much worse than me.
It's nice to be positive like that, though.
Yeah.
We'll just go through it. We'll have a look to see
Yeah.
what availability we've got, and also because you've mentioned about sharing with like one person maximum.
Yeah, that would be
Um,
really cool.
Yeah. I mean, how would you feel about sharing with more people if you had to?
My experiences with that have been bad. I just don't really want to go in there just to fail.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I have grown up. But
Yeah.
yeah.
We will be able to let you know by middle of end
Yeah.
next week.
I think it went all right. It went better than last time. Yeah. No, I think they got a sense of what I'm actually like this time. Coming back, having to do everything I'm doing is so tiring and draining. I'm having to jump through those hoops, but when I was living like that, like, don't hold me to this, it was kind of easier in a way. I didn't really have to do much other than survive, but now I'm glad I'm getting things sorted. Life is getting on track, especially after this YMCA appointment. It's like, I feel confident about that. They're going to give me a place, I think. How can they not?
This is my shoe. Lovely. Things happen for a reason, I think. But don't know what the reason is for this yet, but I'll find out eventually. I remember seeing him when I was little. I remember having water fights with him and stuff, and then my mum moved away and took me and my sister, and she changed our names by default. So I don't think, even if he tried to look for me, he might not have been able to find me. But I'm still looking for him now. Still want to find him. No, you're right. My mum was a bit of an alcoholic, and since my granddad died, my mum went downhill, and my sister used to look after me. My sister used to cook dinner, and she even used to wake me up and tell me to go to school. But I kind of used to be a big pain in the bum and say, you're not my mum, no. Right, so kind of made it a bit difficult for her. But she used to worry that if we didn't go to school or something, we'd get taken away, and we did in the end, so she was right. I got taken into foster care when I was 7, and we got in like some people carrier car with an old couple. I remember it like yesterday, and I was almost excited in the back, like, oh, we're going on a holiday, we're going to have a new bedroom, like, didn't really realise what was going on. A few weeks later, I was like, I really miss Mum, I want to go home. And then I weren't allowed to go home, and then I realised, I was like, oh my God. When I turned 16, I got put into my first hostel, but then after that, I got my own flat. Did used to have a really nice flat and working and everything, really nice life, but when my mum died and it just went downhill. I stopped going to college, stopped working, couldn't really pay my rent, lost the flat, lost everything.
A lot of people will put the argument across that they're working for their money and you're just sitting begging, and they don't know your history, they don't know why you're in the situation you are, and it could change just like that for them. Something as simple as an accident and you being in hospital, you can't pay your rent, you lose your house. It's hard to be in this society if you're pushed out. It's hard to get back into that lifestyle.
I heard back from the YMCA, and they've actually said no to me. I don't really know where to go from here. I rang social services too, and they said a council worker has said I can have temporary accommodation in Kent, which I really don't want to do. So I'm just going to carry on sofa surfing now, to be honest, until something comes up closer, because I'm not moving to Kent. So I'm pretty gutted the YMCA said no to me. I thought they were going to say yeah. I was really looking forward to it. Kent is not an option at all. I'm not doing that because I don't know anybody and I'll be on my own and I'll feel lonely. And I don't want to do that. My family's here, my support's here. The next step, I think I'm lost with that one, to be honest. They took me away when I was 6, and now I'm 18, they're just not helping me. Well, I'm 19, but really since I was 18, they haven't been helping me. I don't know what to do again. That's scary, especially because where I'm from as well, I would hate to be homeless here. If I keep going, I reckon it could be bright, but right now I don't have a very positive energy towards the future.
There's people dying on the street, outside of buildings that are empty. If I do manage to get this squat, I'm not just gonna keep it as a home either. I want to do a lot with it. I want to be doing art exhibitions, getting artists in to do spray painting, collect free stuff out of bins that could be recycled and used, food even, and just have it like an open shop where people can come in and feed themselves for free, clothe themselves for free, sleep for free. I want people to talk about it.